It is time. We are here at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway, otherwise known as the Brickyard. But today, it will be known as the Bricked Yard.
What did he say?
Because around this version of this historic, iconic venue, there is 30 degrees of banking in the corners, which is going to produce racing unlike you've ever witnessed before at this great racetrack. Ladies and gentlemen, one and all, I welcome you to Viagra Cup 24. Yes, indeed, the Brickyard has morphed into the Bricked Yard, or maybe the Bricked Up Yard, however you want to call it, because it is going to produce some intense and hard-nosed action and racing all event long here for 32 circuits in this 24th event of the season. And my oh my, this season has gone by in a heartbeat because our magic number has reached 1. We are one event away from clinching our top 10 championship eliminator contenders who will compete for the inaugural Viagra Cup for the final 5 events. I will talk about the championship eliminator contenders more at depth once we take a look at that graphic, but first we will show you the regular point standing, and we're mostly going to talk about the drivers who are on the bubble, meaning from about 10th all the way down of making it inside the top 10. Unfortunately, every driver from Steven Gonzalez in 35th in points right now all the way down to dead last Zach Buchanan, fortunately all you individuals are eliminated because they are more than 96 points behind the 10th place driver right now, Ali Rain. This list will grow exponentially after this event today. There's drivers who are more than 48 points behind 10th place after the conclusion of this event here today. Fortunately, you will be mathematically ineligible and you will be eliminated from championship contender. That list will be shown once again at the conclusion of this race, along with the finishing results and point standings and the updated championship eliminator, which then will give us a clear vision who is still left and championship eligible heading in to our regular season finale one event from now. Ali Rain has the 10th spot. She only has it by one singular point over the number 0 machine, Matty Ice, Matt McIntyre, who had himself an excellent performance at the paperclip, which unfortunately not many of you individuals can say that. Matt gained 5 spots in the points. He had been reeling as of late. Got that clutch performance at Martinsville to vault him back up 1 point behind that number 09 machine. Levi McIntyre just dropped out of the top 10. He is back to 12th, and he is 12 points behind Ali Rain as we speak. And Anthony McCrory is as well in that number 32 machine. Jack Mitchell, one event back in the top 10, fell out of the top 10 back down to where he was before Martinsville, 14th in the points. He will want to forget that event very quickly. Carlos, a big time rebound event for him. 3 spots gained, finished in the 5th spot, even though we really didn't talk about him a whole lot in Martinsville. But he is knocking on the door once again. Seth Cole in the 16th spot. He has been quietly consistent the majority of this season. Well, if he gets a good run here today, he can see himself vault up pretty well in the points. Jovan Anderson there in 17th. Tim Fiegel and Salmon Oskin, well, they finished 41st and 42nd respectively after Martinsville, after they got in a little bit of a tussle, and they both fell 5 spots. And Noah Hart, who had a 6th place performance at Martinsville, vaulted up 5 spots to the 19th position. the drivers on the bubble will definitely get a lot more attention next time out when we talk about the championship eliminator stuff and the Hall of Point stuff and our very special live stream, which I will talk about more at the conclusion of the race. So Allie, once again, holds the 10th spot by 1 point, but she herself is only 2 points behind of Sean Galligan, who has resurged up back into the top 10 after he fell out for the last several events. Here he is, striking fire when he needs it the most, back inside the top 10. Now, we will talk about the top 10 in depth, starting off first with our 3 drivers you see here with the buys, Cody, Austin, and Desiree. Well, Cody thought it was going to be an absolute nightmare for him at Martinsville after he got taken out by Michael Norman. Well, it ended up being a blessing in disguise. He walked away somehow in some way with a 17th place finish and extended his points lead. Now it is 23 points that he has a cushion over Austin LaPlante in second, and a 4-point cushion back to Desiree Voiles, who just vaulted back up into the top 3 after Martinsville with her solid performance there. Eric Sadler, once again, the 3-peat was not meant to be for him, and he is currently in the 4th spot still in the points. And Tim Walsh, him and Desiree basically swapped after the paperclip event. He's back down to 5th position. Desiree holds a 17-point cushion over Eric Sadler in the 4th spot. Emmanuel Hartnett, an absolutely massive win for him, his first Viagra Cup win at the paperclip, albeit in controversial fashion. Netted him 6 spots in the points, and there you can see he is currently 6 points behind of Eric Sadler. Kyle Matthews, he jumped up 1 position after a solid outing, a 7th place finish for him, and he's currently 7th in the standings, but he is only 1 point behind Emmanuel Hartnett. RJ Bishop, not a great event for him at Martinsville, lost 2 spots, and he sits 14 points behind Eric. And there you can see Galligan, he's 20 points behind, only 2 points to his name now. And then of course Allie Rain has the goose egg, and she is 22 points behind Eric Sadler. So that is what the points scenarios all look like heading in to this event. Starting on the pole, it is his first Viagra Cup pole, and it is a very, very well-timed pole for the man who won Viagra Cup 17 back at the Music City in Nashville, but it's been reeling ever since. It's not been going his way since the win. Currently sits 28th in points, so he's on life support right now. He is probably going to need to go to victory lane here today, and probably even next time out for Viagra Cup 25 if he wants to have a shot at being in the top 10. Driver of the number 2, Blue Deuce, Miller Lite Dodge, Propensky, Dylan Young. And to his outside, a driver who won many moons ago Viagra Cup number 4 back at the Maui International Raceway. And well, ever since then, it hasn't been good for him at all. 30th in the points. Gonna need to do what Dylan needs to do, and that is probably win here today and win at Viagra Cup 25. Driver the number 5, Cheez-It Chevy for Hendrick Motorsports. It is Sky Commons. And then in row number 2, a couple of Dodges who are also hanging on for dear life. It is the aforementioned Marissa Semethi in the Sirius Satellite number 7, who is currently the final individual who is still mathematically eligible to make it in the top 10, but she is going to need the miracle of all miracles if she wants to have a prayer at making it in. And then to her outside, in the number 22 Caterpillar Dodge, pretty much same scenario here with them. He is 31st in the points coming into this event. Dilly Poo himself, Emoji Man's number 1 op, the auditor, Dylan Poteet. Well, I hope you are all ready for what is shaping up to be an absolutely historic and iconic Viagra Cup event here from the Brickyard. Let us have a look at the rest of the 42 car starting lineup for this Viagra Cup 24. Here we go, everyone. There you can see in the flesh the 30 degrees of banking around this historic venue, the Indianapolis Motor Speedway, the bricked or bricked up edition of this track, which is going to provide us with some of the most intense racing that has ever been on the hollow grounds of the Brickyard. A question I forgot to ask in the pre-race is, who is going to be the lucky individual to kiss the bricks at the end of this event? And they might be a little bit bricked up doing so. Only time will tell. As the pace car is in, Dylan Young and Scott Commons will lead us to the charge. And Viagra Cup 24 here at the Brickyard is green. Through turn one, now into turn two here for the first time. Getting up through the gears and now down the backstretch. Dylan Young has moved up to the high side of the racetrack. You guys will see here momentarily that the bottom is the line that moves the quickest. And we'll say this as well, the trouble spot of this Indianapolis Motor Speedway is going to be the entrance of turn one, because like it does in real life, it bottlenecks big time. It's out of turn four here for the first time. 3 dodges here, 1, 2, 3. D. Young, Semethi, and Zach Buchanan. As here comes Tim Waltz to the inside here. That is for 4th, and it will be D. Young who leads the first lap. We'll take a look and see here. Are they going to get through this first corner? Okay, it's looking low. No, they didn't. Oh my goodness. McCrory, James Qualls. Oh, and McCrory is tumbling down the infield and near the wall. Oh my goodness. And Bobby Rodriguez's car is smoking, so Sam it just disappear, and Qualls with a hell of a flip, or 2 or 10 or however many he did. And my God, it only appears that it might have been just those 4 miraculously as right on cue as I was just about to check them and see how they were doing. Well, they didn't make it. Right as soon as I said that too, turn one being the trouble spot of this track, as it bottlenecks really, really badly entering the corner. Well, here's what we get. The end result just like this with Anthony McCrory, Rodriguez. You see here the field catching up to the pace car. Oh, Kyle Matthews, yes, he does have some damage here. 7th in the points with heavy left side damage, which is going to definitely affect the aerodynamics of that car. There's Qualls once again, took a nasty incident. There is Samet as well, and maybe it looks like he potentially got some airtime too, because I see the hood, or sorry, the roof of the car is all caved in. So he might have gone for a wild ride as well. Oh man, that was a crazy way to start off this one here at the Brickyard. Let's go ahead and assess what happened to put us under the first caution of the event. Alrighty, y'all, what we are about to witness here with this replay is probably going to be a common trend throughout this event. Drivers accordioning together in turn one, and it is going to cause what we just witnessed here with James Qualls and others. Qualls is going to come down into Michael Norman, who is coming up the track onto the apron, and there is McCrory. Nothing that he could have done. And the massive impact sends Qualls tumbling, and Matt McIntyre got a piece of it too in the number 0 machine. He's got heavy front end damage there to his car. Now let's take a look. I think Sam might have had McCrory. Yeah, McCrory. Oh, let's see. Let's rewind here. Oh, okay. I guess I might be seeing things. I guess I don't know. Okay, that damage, that hit right there is what dented in the roof of the 12 car right there. I thought Sam might have gone for a tumble, but no. Clearly, it was only McCrory barrel rolling down the track and into the infield. Nasty, nasty impact there for him and Qualls. Let's get another view of this here. Oh, this will be a good view from the spectator. There you can see Michael Norman, James Qualls make contact. And yep, just up the track, up the banking they go. And just the sheer impact sends McCrory over and Qualls as well. My God. And then there's Bobby Rodriguez. He piles into it as well. There in the 16. Nowhere he could have gone either. Man, oh man, that was just vicious for both of these individuals. Take a look here from Qualls' perspective again. Man, those impacts were massive. And then there's McIntyre. Hits the 24 on the bottom of his car. And then there's Rodriguez hitting him as well. Fortunately, Rodriguez's car is smoking. Matt McIntyre's car was not, though, but there you can see the heavy front end damage and also some left side damage to his number 0 machine. So that is going to really impact how that car handles for the rest of the race, pretty much, unless his crew does a phenomenal job of making repairs. And then, yeah, we did see Kyle Matthews with damage as well. Let me go back and see where he got his damage. Oh, wow. Okay, well, there must have been something else that happened here. Let's see. Because we saw him with left side damage. Something must have happened when they were trying to slow up here under caution or something. Let's see. He's here running side by side with Allie and the number 09 machine, who luckily avoids this as well. And oh boy, there's Matt. Oh, Matt McIntyre. Oh boy. All right. Oh, Levi dumped him. Oh my gosh. Levi was coming in hot. Oh my God. All these guys we talked about in the pre-race, all involved in this one. Levi McIntyre just runs up into Kyle Matthews and takes him out. Oh my goodness. As they were racing back to the caution too, that is unreal. Matthews just uncontrollably slides down the track and onto the little pit road lane there at the bottom of the track. And that's why now he got his damage right there, courtesy of Levi. Don't really know what he was thinking. Don't know why he decided to go high instead of low, but there you go. That is how Kyle Matthews got his damage. Boy, oh boy. Chaos early, just completing the first lap, heading into lap 2. We already have our first big incident of the event. Time for some onboard replays of this incident, and we're going to start off first here with the number 32 machine, 13th in points as of now, and his season might have taken a huge hit, potentially be almost over after this incident. Not much, he had to slow up there in the corner, and there's Qualls hitting him from the rear. Nothing he could have done. Goodbye, camera. Hello, camera. Tumbles over a couple of times, and the smoke is pouring out of that tide ride, and he is done just like that. Next onboard replay here is going to be with the number 24 machine, already eliminated from championship eliminator contention. It is James Qualls. Contact with Michael Norman, up the banking, hard impact over and over. There's Rodriguez hitting him as well. My God, 2 vicious impacts into that outside wall. Welcome back, y'all. There are a bunch of drivers that are out after that first incident of the day, and here they are. We saw smoke pouring out of Bobby Rodriguez, so he is out. Samet is out. Matt McIntyre, the fellow Hoosier himself, is going to finish in 40th position here today. That is the exact polar opposite of where he needed to finish in order to get back in the top 10. And his, well, 1 point lead or 1 point deficit from 10th place is going to be a lot more after this event. Where Shane Squalls we saw flip heavily, he's out. Anthony McCrory as well. My goodness, how the turns have tabled for Mr. McCrory over the last several events. Once again, he was leading the points just a few events ago, and now he is on the way out, it seems, for good in the top 10. And then Tim Fiegel, we didn't really see get that much damage, I don't think, but apparently he did, and he's also out as well, and he's 18th in points. So that was, and potentially could have been, a season-ending incident for multiple different drivers. It's just a shame. Anyways, we move on. Back to the green flag, we'll go on lap 7. There's still D Young out front with Zach Buchanan to his outside. I see Tim there. He is going to restart 5th with Desiree in the 6th spot. You see Cody there, probably about 16th or 17th right now. As we go back to the green flag. Good start by both drivers. D Young's got a slight edge as they cross the yard of bricks. And Jack Mitchell trying to capitalize here after the misfortunes of Matt McIntyre. And now he's trying to get a run here on the inside, going into turn 2 of Dylan Young. And he's going to have it here. There you can see how easily the bottom line moves. And now here comes that number 15 machine of Walsh, trying to rebound after a miserable Martinsville event. He now currently sits in 3rd, trying to get 2nd and obviously get up to the front so he can lead and get a bonus point. And now Jack Mitchell officially clears for the lead. And he obviously wants a valuable bonus point as well. But now here we go, side by side, drag race down the front stretch. And it is going to be Jack Mitchell who leads his time by. But now Scott Commons makes it 3 wide here for 2nd. Oh, hold your breath, contact there between Walsh and D Young. Oh my goodness, look at this racing. This is the Brickyard. And it looks like a freaking super speedway. This is amazing. The Brickyard, as I've said multiple times. As now Sky Commons goes to 2nd. Still 3 wide. Tim is all the way up on the high groove. Now you don't want to be there. That's a one-way trip to the back of the pack. And there you can see that the momentum he is losing big time. He has got to find a way to get back down to the bottom, where I do see that number 29 machine there working his way to the front. It's still Jack Mitchell with the lead. Oh boy, gotta be very careful heading into this corner. You don't want to have what happened to Qualls and McCrory happen here. Gonna turn 2. What a beautiful shot this is. Looking at the drivers, so you see Levi McIntyre, the yellow and green car, the way back of the pack, is a little bit off the pace. We did see him turn Kyle Matthews just a minute ago. And now Dylan Ibrahimian, one of the drivers eliminated last time out of Martinsville. Actually racing for fun, racing for pride at this point. Now moves to 2nd. Joshua Collar, another driver on the bubble, has moved to 3rd. Sanford here in the number 30 machine in the top 5. Here comes Zimmerman in the 21. He is trying to capitalize after the misfortunes of Matt McIntyre and Anthony McCrory. And here he is battling inside the top 5. And here he is, the points leader, nearly making contact there with Danny. But now he's in the sucker hole, which is very rare to say at this track. Being in the sucker hole, you don't want to be in there either because you just can't move. And now here at the front, Ibrahimian still challenging Collard. Now Collard gonna get shuffled back here to maybe 4th and beyond. Jack Mitchell, who won at Daytona, Viagra Cup number 20, pacing the field pretty well here early on. So he's gonna come by and lead yet again, but now that 31 car in the draft all over his back bumper. And now Cody goes way down below here. Ooh, baby. You just feel the tension. You can cut it with a knife right now. Turn 1 and something's gonna pop off again. I guarantee it in turn 1 is now Cody. Side by side here for the 5th spot with the number 1 machine of Cole Daly. The top 4 have gone single file here. Well, as soon as I say that, here comes Collar to the inside of Sanford for 3rd spot. He's gonna take it easily. And now Ibrahimi to the inside, trying to get a run on that 0-1 machine, and he does. And he's going to take the lead here on this lap. Maybe Jack. Oh, no! Oh, no, Tim! And Eric Sadler, Joven Anderson as well. Tompkins and others. Allie Rain with damage too. Oh, my God. Tim. Oh, and Joven's car is demolished. Oh, no. He's already teleported to pit road. Oh, my God. There he is. It has gone from bad to now worse for the number 15 machine. And here's Eric Sadler as well. 4th and 5th in the standings are on pit road, and their days are done after an incident in what looks like it could have been turn 3. Probably near the middle of the field as Nathan Hudson just gets plowed into by Anthony Tompkins. Sure, he was, he just might have just destroyed his own car by doing that, which I don't really know what we're doing there. Anthony? Okay. Really odd choice. Oh man. The plot most certainly has thickened, and there goes Sadler and Waltz. They're both out just like that. Let's go ahead and see what happened to them and to others to put us under the second caution of the day. Well, this is almost a carbon copy of what happened in the first incident of the event that happens here, but in turn 3, and it happens with teammates Nathan Hudson and Joven Anderson. We're seeing Nathan Hudson here come down the track into his teammate right there, clips the left rear quarter panel, and Tim is going to get collected in it just like that, and Desiree avoids it, and my God, the impact. And there's Sadler, nothing he could have done, and my God, Joven's car nearly lifted up off the air. Luckily, the front 2 tires stayed on the ground. And there is Eric Sadler's event up in smoke just like that. Boy, oh boy, Desiree Boyles counting her lucky stars after narrowly avoiding that as Joven decides to jump up and down like a rabbit. That's insane. Yeah, I just don't really have words for this for Tim. I'm sure, yeah, this is just about as unlucky as you can possibly get. Really, like this is just such a wrong place at the wrong time to a T right here. And oh my God, head onto the wall. Definitely reminds me of his impact that he had at Kentucky as well, where he also went head onto the wall. Look at everyone else slowing up to try to avoid all of this this carnage. And in doing so, I did see Allie Rain. There you can see a lot of back-end damage on her 0-9 machine, but that's clearly not as much damage as there is on Joven, on Eric Sadler, and of course on Tim as well. Let's take a look at this again here from Eric's vantage point and see. I mean, he just had nowhere to go. Nowhere to go at all for him. His teammates right in front of him. Somehow Hiccup avoids it. But the 20 machine does not, and absolutely destroys that 97. It also destroys his own car in the process as well. And there's Tompkins getting involved. Joven bounces like a bunny rabbit there for whatever reason. That was nuts. And there it is, man. Another potentially season-altering incident that takes place here to put us under our second caution of the event. Now let's go ahead and check out some of these onboard replays. First onboard we'll look at here for the second incident of the event is going to be with the number 15 machine of Tim Walsh. Came into this event 5th in the points, just 1 point behind Eric Sadler. Well, he's kind of fortunate that Sadler also got a piece of this incident as well. Teammates make contact. There's just nowhere for him to go. Unfortunate, to say the least. His three-peat was kiboshed by being involved in a couple of incidents at Martinsville. And here he is yet again in another incident here today. In the number 20 machine, 3-time race winner this season. 4th in the points, as mentioned, Eric Sadler. Wow. So close, but so far away from avoiding this one. And there is his car blown up. This is going to be the rear view camera angle for the number 97 machine of Joven Anderson. Contact made with his teammate up into Tim, hits him hard, and Sadler clobbers that back end as well. Spinning around he goes, down on the apron, gets hit right there again. Does a hop for whatever reason. There you can see the smoke pouring out of his car, and he's done. Unfortunately, the list will grow of drivers who are now out of the event. They're coming to get the green flag this time by here on lap 16, nearing the halfway point already. Eric Sadler going to finish in 36th spot, which is obviously worse than what he finished at Martinsville, which is 33rd. So two really poor performances in a row. That number 20 machine. Joven finished 35th. Tim in 34th. Back-to-back miserable runs for him and Nathan Hudson as well. Going back to the green flag here, it'll be Jack Mitchell still with the lead. He has kept the lead pretty well so far here in this one. It's going to be pretty close here to leading the most laps if he leads the next couple or so. And he is still out front with Ibrahimian second, Joshua Collard third, trying to exact revenge after the BS that happened to him in Martinsville. Cole Daly is fourth, Charles Sanford, and the auditor Dylan Poteet is in sixth. Cody is in seventh, followed by Danny, Carlos, and the outside pole sitter Sky Commons round out the top 10. I do see that 88 there in the frame, about 10 or so rows back after she narrowly avoided that incident, as well as the 48 there way in the back as well. Back to the green flag we go here, and a great restart by the 31 of Ibrahimian. Can he clear the 01? And he does. Wow. Jack Mitchell caught napping at the start. And the 31 machine capitalizes and takes the lead heading into turn 2. Now Joshua Collard hunting down that 0-1 for second spot. RCR, we got a gang of RCR cars here at the front. All of them except for Tompkins here near the front. 31-30, and of course the 29 machine as well. Now Sanford, he's trying to get a run on the inside of Collard there for third. Out of turn 4 here, coming to get this time by, it'll be halfway. Number 31 machine of Dylan Ibrahimian is going to lead. I mean, he technically led that last lap too because he crossed the start-finish line before Jack Mitchell, even though he technically wasn't supposed to. He technically leads back-to-back laps. As now, look at this, Carlos Zimmerman finished in 5th at Martinsville. He was quiet all event long, and now here he is, trying to storm back in the top 10 before it's too late. And now Marissa makes it 3 wide here with Cody. Ooh, that was close there. Cody came back down to block the 7 machine. As he is working his way to the front. Here comes RJ as well in the 40. Trying to capitalize after the bad fortunes of Sadler and Walsh. And Matthews as well. And it is still the 31 machine out front. Jack Mitchell's falling back to third here. Carlos Zimmerman wants it. Mitchell blocks him though, heading into the corner. And now here comes that 29 machine on the inside here. Top 5 are all pretty much single file for the time being. Now Cody, he leads the bottom line, but the momentum is on the top here with the front 4. Now here comes Jack. Trent Dunham's making it 3 wide underneath his own teammate here. Back around the 10th spot. Luckily, we didn't have a repeat of what happened with Hudson and Joven. As now Jack Mitchell goes back into second. Collar getting shuffled back here a little bit on the outside line. Coming to get this time 14 to go. Now here comes Zimmerman with a head of steam. The inside of Jack with Cody behind him here. Tries to get second away, and now he's trying to get a run on the 31 machine. But Ibrahimian blocks him there. Blocks the momentum. And he is going to stick behind this 31 machine. Now Cody to the inside. He's up to third spot. trying to extend that lead even further, but I see the 88 and the 48 working their way to the frontier. Desiree and LaPlante. Oh my God, they're 3 by 3 in turn 4 at the Brickyard. Simply sensational. And speaking of 3, the third spot now occupied by the points leader, the 29 machine, going for win number 3 as well. And there he goes to the inside. Now he's going to be behind his own teammate here, Dylan Ibrahimian, who's done an excellent job of leading this field after taking the lead during the restart. Of course, Jack was able to pace the field pretty well earlier. Now he is slipping back, and now Ibrahimian is in his shoes. And here comes that 88 machine, working her way now up to about 8th or 9th. Helping or getting help here with Trent behind her, and in front of her is the 74 of Matt Hubert. And now RJ Bishop's here in the top 5 and 4th. Marissa's back to 3rd. And now here comes RJ to the inside of that 7 machine. Cody all over the back bumper of his teammate, and the slingshot move is made, and he's gonna take the lead away. Cody Lamas trying to clear his own teammate here. It looked like he will, and he does. What a move by the 29. And now here comes RJ, and here comes the 88 in hot pursuit, trying to catch that 29 machine. We'll see if he can play the role of the Pied Piper well and lead this field for the last 12 laps. RJ with the heck of a roll. Trent on the apron there for a sec. Oh boy. Don't want to get on the apron for too long. It could potentially spell disaster. As now Desiree, she's in the middle here. Oh boy, look out. They get so close there, crunching up into one another in turn 1. And now RJ breathing all over the back end of the 29. Here is Desiree in the 3rd spot now. Ibrahimian's back to 4th. RJ is there. He's just staying patient, keeping behind this 29 machine, trying to time the move perfectly here at the front. Now here comes Ibrahimian. They're going to shuffle Desiree back. That is exactly what Cody wants to see. To see that 88 and the 48 falter. And he leads now with 10 laps to go here at the Brickyard. Of course, it was 2003, which Kevin Harvick won the Brickyard 400 in this 29 machine. Can Cody kiss the bricks today? Or can RJ kiss the bricks? As now he is side by side for the lead, going for his 2nd win. Been one of the most consistent drivers all season long. 8 top 5s, 9 top 10s to his name. And he's trying to get win number 2 as he takes the lead away from Cody. And now here comes Ibrahimian with a run. Oh, Trent! Oh my God, Trent again! He's got some problems and he's coming to pit. Oh my goodness, Trent Dunham with problems here. We saw him do that a little bit ago, and there's something wrong with him. Oh boy. This might throw some wrenches into things here. He was running up in the top, I think he was running top 5. Or he was at least close to it. And he has encountered troubles. Oh boy. And if I'm RJ, I'm kind of nervous right now because obviously they're teammates. So they share a lot of valuable information. Oh man, I'd be a nervous individual if I was RJ, but he's calm, cool, and collected out front right now with Ibrahimian in 2nd, Marissa, and now Cody's falling back to 4th. Noah Hart, the 4 car, in 5th. And now Desiree working her way back to the front as well. And now here comes the 31 machine once again to the inside. One of the strongest cars, if not the strongest car today. Ibrahimian, he is going to clear as Trent is back out onto the track. And what a draft by the teammate of the 31, Cody. Man, oh man, he got a hell of a lot of momentum there in turn 2. And now he leads that bottom line with Noah Hart. And now Ibrahimian shuts the door on him. Now Cody trying to get him back here in turn 4. Noah Hart gets the door blocked off there by the 29. And now he goes up to the top of the track. Oh, what? We got a little separation here from Jack Mitchell on back. That could have potentially been from Trent earlier. As look at this, Emmanuel Hartnett's also worked his way here into the top 10. Going for back-to-back wins himself. Of course, the winner from Martinsville. Trying to do it here again at the Brickyard. And now here comes Cody. Back to the inside of his teammate, but no one went with them. Noah Hart did not go with them. Neither did RJ. Now RJ pulls a slingshot underneath of Noah Hart. And here comes Sanford as well. 3 RCR cars in the top 5. Zach Buchanan also here back to the front. Here comes that one machine of Cole Daly. And it's still the 31 machine with the lead. Cody, when will he make his move? And if he does, will he do it too early? We'll have to wait and see. He's thinking about it. He's peeking a nose underneath. So is RJ here in the 40 machine. In the middle of a RCR sandwich here down the backstretch with 5.5 to go. Scroll back here a little bit. There's Cole side by side with Noah Buchanan. Oh, Buchanan's in the wall down the backstretch. We saw the sparks. Doesn't lose a whole lot of momentum because of it, but we saw it. And he's falling back just ever so slightly. Now Desiree's on the high side of the track now too. And now let's focus back here to the front. Cody, side by side, a drag race down to the line. He barely edges out his teammate there for the lead that time by. And now Charles, the other RCR car, here in third. RCR 1, 2, 3 now. But now here comes the number 1 machine of Cole Daly. Second car on the inside behind Charles Sanford is Mr. Daly, 21st in the points. Desperately needs this run to be good here today. Here comes Marissa in the 7. Oh, that was nearly contact between her and Cole. And now Sanford's got to run inside Cody. Yes, he does. Cody's not able to block him. And now Sanford's going to be side by side with the 29 machine. Down the front stretch. He doesn't have any help, though. Cody's going to lead again. Let's see. Oh, Anthony Tompkins here. I don't know if he'll play a factor here. He is now coming down the backstretch. Oh, my goodness. I might have just spoke too soon. He's on the backstretch, and all the leaders are on the backstretch as well. Oh, my God. Oh, my goodness. Hold your breath. Oh, they're going to go 4 wide. Oh, my God, they're going to go 4 wide. Oh, my. There goes Charles and Galligan into Harden and Hiccup. And Carlos collected 2. D. Young and others as well. Buchanan. Hiccup. Oh my God, there it is, the product of 4 wide, and D. Young is stuck on the track. And he has to teleport to pit road, and oh my God, what an incredibly timed caution, because they were definitely going to catch Anthony Tompkins. And I think this is going to set us up with a green-white checkered. Unbelievable. Cody leads Danny. Where did he come from? He's now in second with Sanford. And they're trying to sort things out back here. Sanford's third, Jack Mitchell, Cole, and Marissa's the top 5. But man, oh man, we saw it in plain sight. We saw Charles Jackson and Galligan and others go 4 wide entering turn 3. And there was the end result. Emmanuel Hartnett there. Oh, they're still wrecking back. Oh, Levi. Oh my goodness. Oh, we know Seth and Hiccup are rivals, and they might have gotten into each other here. Oh, Hiccup's car is absolutely demolished. And yeah, it might have been those two. Wow. And there's Galligan. Oh, LaPlante. Yep, LaPlante's got damage. I did see Carlos. Carlos also did get involved as well. We barely saw him. Oh my goodness. What a incident here. With only 3 laps to go, this is almost guaranteed. We're almost going to guarantee ourselves a green-white checkered after this one. There's Galligan. Man, oh man, not a good points day for a lot of contenders. Second of the points we're looking at here with heavy damage. We just saw Emmanuel Hartnett get involved in it as well. Kyle, of course, was taken or took out. I think it was Levi took him out earlier. Of course, Galligan and then Allie Rain was involved in an incident earlier as well. And Boy, oh boy, we have got a lot to break down here, and yes, indeed, we will have ourselves a green, white, checkered here today. But first, let's check out the replay of what happened to put us under our third caution of the day. Well, we have seen this story before the entirety of this season. At this rate, this image should be burned into your minds. 4 abreast heading into a corner. This has been the result almost every single time, and it's no different here. You can see the number 23 machinist, Sean Galligan. Obviously, we are in desperation mode. We're nearing the end of the event. He is making a desperate move to the inside of Charles Jackson, but Noah Hart and RJ Bishop are to the outside, and this is the end result. Once again, they're just all going to accordion together right there. The contact made between the 41 and the 23. And around they go. Hiccup has nowhere to go. Buchanan nowhere to go. Hartnett absolutely nowhere to go as well. Oh, so unfortunate for all of these drives right here. And those are some hard impacts into that outside wall. And Desiree avoids it, but Zimmerman just barely hits the 41. Sky Commons avoids it too. Wow. And then there, D. Young, we saw get stuck on the track. Collar got involved in it as well. Emoji Man, I think, yeah, he was involved. He was in the middle of all this as well. There you can see it. Just a whole cluster here in between turns 3 and 4 here at the Brickyard. Luckily, no one took a huge tumble. And there you can see Dylan Young. He's going to get stuck here in between the banking and the grass right there. And there's the 41 machine of Charles Jackson. There's Galligan. Austin LaPlante doesn't look like he has any damage here on his car. I mean, I don't see any here, so something else must have happened to him. And I still also do not know what the heck happened to Trent. I truly don't. Maybe he wore his tires out by going on the apron like that. I could not tell you what the heck happened to Trent Dunham. Well, I want to see what happened to Austin. Maybe they were slowing up here. I think that's what it's gonna be. Is he's gonna slow up. Everyone else is slowing up as well. He might. Oh, yep, here it is. Wow. Just rear ends Trent, and so does Seth. Oh, Galligan's gonna hit him as well, and it's just a chain reaction. Oh, Galligan, oh my gosh. And then there, yeah, Levi and Hiccup all pile in it as well. And this happened down the backstretch, coming to get the caution. My goodness, what a race-altering yellow flag this was. Let us have a look at a couple of more of the onboard replays before we get back to our first attempt at a green-white checkered. First vantage point that we will look at here is going to be from the number 23 machine. Currently sits 9th in the points. Just 2 points ahead of Allie. Might not be after this one. Sean Galligan. Desperation move in desperation time, and there's the end result. He's trying to be a little bit too aggressive there. It takes out a good amount of drivers as a result. Next on board here is going to be with the number 18 machine of Hiccup Bush. See the contact between the 23 and the 41 right in front of him, and he just had nowhere to go and nowhere to run or hide. And his event falls just a couple of laps short. And lastly, the onboard perspective here with the driver who sits third in points, but she could very easily now vault up back into second, the number 88 of Desiree Voiles. How does she work through this one? Narrowly avoids Charles. Follows the number 19 machine. She has a chance still at the dub. Welcome back, everyone. It is time for a green-white checkered finish here at the bricked yard, the bricked up yard, whatever you want to call it. This crazy version of the Indianapolis Motor Speedway is coming down to overtime as our points leader is on the point. The 29 machine of Cody Lamas trying to win his third event and his first since Viagra Cup 2 back at the Atlanta Motor Speedway. Danny Wells trying to win his second event of the season. He is in second. Charles Sanford third. Jack Mitchell in fourth. Followed by Cole Daly, Marissa Semethi, Dylan Ibrahimian, Noah Hart, RJ Bishop, and James McLeod completes the top 10. The drivers out after that incident: Ibrahimian, Hiccup, Levi McIntyre, and Galligan as well. Trent is back on the lead lap here, back in the 27th spot, and LaPlante back there in 26. As here we go, y'all. They have gone double file. Noah Hart lagging back there a little bit for potentially the final time here in this one. It's gonna come down to a 2-lap shootout, and of course, it is unlimited attempts. We will finish this event under the caution flag. Cody Lamas and Danny Wells will lead us to the charge for potentially the final time here today. Here we go. The green flag is back out. 2 laps to go here at the Brickyard, and Danny gets out to a great start, just like what the 31 did earlier over Jack Mitchell, and he clears for the lead going into turn 1. Cody must have spun the tires there, exactly what the 01 did earlier. But now he is behind Danny. Now he can time the move perfectly here. Down the backstretch, coming down to turns 3 and 4, getting the white flag this time by. He's waiting no longer. Cody Lamas to the inside of the 9. And now here comes Sanford as well. Is he gonna make the move on his teammate here? Yes, he does. Charles Sanford out of the inside. It's going to be a drag race down to the stripe here. White flag in the air. Cody with a heck of a run down the front stretch. He takes the white flag. 1 to go at the Brickyard. It is now or never for these drivers behind him. Sanford trying to get a run. Cody blocks him here in turn 2. Here comes Cole Daly in the 1. Trying to help RJ Bishop here to the front. In the late stages, half a lap to go for the number 29 machine. Trying to block his teammate. Trying to block the 1 of Cole Daly. He's got about a car length here in turn 3. Oh, they crash behind. Big crash behind. And that's going to end it. Coming out of turn 4. Winning his third event of the season is the points leader. Cody Lamas gets the job done yet again on a drafting track. And I saw it was his teammate. There's Noah Hart, Marissa Semethi, McLeod, and everyone else who was able to run. All taking out Desiree there with massive damage as well. She was involved in that one. There's the 31 machine of Ibrahimian. My God, what a war of attrition this was. And there it is. Cody Lamas has done it again for the first time in what feels like forever. It's been 22 events now since he's gone to victory lane. And here he is. He now joins Eric Sadler as 3-time race winners this season. That is a massive, massive result for him, because once again, the points leader at the conclusion of the next race, Viagra Cup 25, gets to keep the point differential they have over second once they get factored into the eliminator in the third race. He already has a 23-point lead. Well, we're about to find out here at the end of the race how much bigger that lead will actually be. What a finish. What an ending. Let us check out and see what happened there between turns 3 and 4 to Desiree and others as they were coming to get the checkered flag. Alrighty, y'all. Here it is, the replay of what happened at the end of the race. All battling for the win here. Desperate times call for desperate measures. And the two Bill Davis teammates making pretty much the same choice. A very bold choice indeed to make it 4 wide entering turn 3. And here's the end result. We take a look here at Desiree, Ibrahimian, and Mr. Dilly Poo himself, the auditor, gets into Desiree, and around they all go. Allie gets involved. Marissa gets involved. All the females, all 3 of them, taken out in this one. There's Ibrahimian sliding on the infield. Sky Commons hits the 7 right there. My goodness. Noah Hart, McLeod. There is Allie getting involved in this one. And there, oh, the teammates hit here, the 3 and the 31. And Emoji Man, you're probably laughing your ass off now after seeing what just happened to Dylan. And, well, rightfully so, because that was a bold decision to go 4 wide. And this is going to cost Desiree an absolute ton here, because she was trying to go for a top 10 finish. Here's the end result of the aggressive racing back to the checkered flag right there. Just gets clipped by the 22. Luckily keeps the car on the ground, and a massive impact into the outside wall. Kyle Matthews does an excellent job of driving through that. There's where Sky Commons hits the 7. There's Noah Hart. There's Allie getting collected in it as well. And we did see the 3 and the 31 make contact here. Yes, the 31 just comes back up onto the track and into his own teammate. And that's Anthony Tompkins' event in a nutshell right there. Car and smoking. Oh my God, Carlos Zimmerman. Good Lord, I did not see this. But we literally just saw it, but good God almighty. That was, wow. What an impact to the back end of Tompkins, and sends the car flying. Holy crap. My God. What an impact that was. Jeez. Hopefully both of them. And then Carlos, well, he was having a good event. Now, here it is. It's done. He's going to lose valuable points there from that. And that might be Marissa's season done just like that as well. And man, oh man, there he is. The second 3-time victor in the Viagra Cup this season is that number 29 machine. Before we get to the post-race, let us show some more onboard replays of this final incident. She was vying for a top 10 finish, even though it would have still put her in a deficit behind the number 29 machine, obviously with him winning. Unfortunately, it ends like this. The number 88 machine of Desiree Voiles. Contact by Dylan. Up the track they go. Hard in the outside wall she goes. Trying to avoid Marissa. Keeps on going. She had to come down pit road and was not able to cross the start-finish line. Never mind, I lied to you. She was able to do that. Oh, never mind. She came to the pit. Oh, never mind. She stayed out. He had one of the strongest cars all event long. Led multiple laps there early on. And his race ends in fireworks. Number 31 machine of Dylan Ibrahimian. Desiree going by him and just barely gets clipped. And into the wall he goes. Slides down the track and entering turn 4. That is how his event comes to an end. His teammate Anthony Tompkins gives him a little tap there. That's how the event ends for Ibrahimian. And the last onboard we will take a look at here of this final incident of the day, going to be from 10th in the points. And she might stay there after this one. I don't really know. Number 09 machine of Allie Rain. Well, this happens right in front of her. There's Desiree taking out Poteet. Is there, hits the back of him. Slides down back onto the racing surface. And there it is, y'all. Here is a look at the finishing results from this chaotic 24th Viagra Cup event. RCR finishes 1-2. The man who's gone to victory lane twice before this, now going to victory lane for a third time, and will now most certainly widen the points lead even farther than what it is. Cody Lamas gets it done, and how fitting it is, the 29 car. Kevin Harvick won the 2003 Brickyard 400, and here we are with the 2003 cars. The 29 car wins it at this special bricked up edition of the Brickyard. As mentioned, Charles Sanford, he finishes second. Cole Daly finishes in third. R.J. Bishop finishes in the fourth spot. This is now his series leading by a very wide margin, by the way. Ninth top 5 run. And he could see himself vault up big time, because he was only 14 points behind the fourth spot. Don't know how much he was specifically behind Desiree, who's third in points right now. But RJ is going to vault up big time after this. Danny Wells finishes in the top 5. A huge run for the 0-1 machine of Jack Mitchell. Led a few laps early on, sacrificed the lead, able to stay out of trouble, and comes home with a 6th place run. Matt Hubert finishes in 7th. Kyle Matthews finishes in 8th despite being taken out earlier by Levi McIntyre. What a performance by that number 25 machine. A great recovery for him. Dylan Poteet, the auditor, finishes in the top 10 yet again in the 9th spot. And Seth Cole rounds out your top 10. Austin the Plant, 15th place, is going to lose more ground, though, on Cody. He's going to lose at least 15 or so more points. I'm not exactly sure if Cody led the most laps. We'll have to wait and see once I show the finishing results with the points scored again. But yeah, nonetheless, despite the outcome, Austin loses points big time there in 15th spot. Desiree does as well. Once again, she was going for a top 10 run. She was 8th, coming to get the white flag, trying to improve her spots. Got caught up in that wreck at the end and finishes in the 20th spot. Allie Rain, same with her, 21st position for that number 09 machine. Carlos Zimmerman finishes in the 27th position, and we take a look on down here. A lot of contenders here with yet again not good runs at all. Galligan just got back in the top 10. He might be piecing out once again. Finishes in the 29th spot. Levi 30th. Hartnett 32nd. Tim 34th. Sadler 36th. Matty Ice in 40th spot. McCrory 38th as well. And there it is, y'all. One event at this absolutely crazy version of the Brickyard. Cody Lamas has done it again, and he wins when it matters the most here in the 24th event, and will continue to build his points lead heading in to the regular season finale. If you guys want to be a part of the Viagra Cup Discord, the link to it is down below in the description. As we peace out on the Brickyard, we are now headed to our final destination, our 25th event of the season, the last before we clinch and lock in our top 10 championship contenders. We'll go at it for 5 races, and the winner earns the inaugural Viagra Cup. Viagra Cup 25 will take place at a track that we have already been to here this season. And we are going to bust out a lot of movie-themed paint schemes and television show paint schemes as well. Because, ladies and gentlemen, the regular season finale, Viagra Cup 25, will emanate from the Auto Club Speedway under the lights. It does not get any bigger than this. 50 circuits around the Auto Club Speedway to determine who will be our 10 championship contenders for the final 5 events of this season. Since it is the regular season finale, though, we are going to treat it like a big-time event. And as I mentioned in the qualifying session the other day, and I will also mention in our Discord server as well, there is going to be a very special pre-race and post-race live stream on the day of the event, which I currently have penciled down to be next Sunday, the 26th of July. If that date changes, it will be posted in the Discord. But that is the initial time frame. The initial date that I have is this upcoming Sunday, the 26th. The pre-race show will take place about an hour, maybe 45 to half an hour or so before the actual race goes live, where we will set the stage for you all, explain the point scenario, all that stuff, so that way we don't have to do it during the actual event itself. And then we'll do the whole entire event, and then immediately following, we'll boot up once again to do the post-race live stream, where we will live reveal the point standings to you all there, along with who the 10 drivers will be that will battle it out for the championship. And one more added thing, I will have a special guest that will join me for some analyst work, for I know for sure the pre-race could potentially be the post-race as well. He is a fellow driver here in the Viagra Cup. Unfortunately got eliminated after Martinsville, and he is going to be joining your boy. It is none other than Hiccup Bush. It is going to be an absolutely legendary day this upcoming Sunday. I hope you are all as excited as I am for it. I will have more details once again on time, specifically when things go live in the Discord server, so please join it if you have not done so already. That is going to wrap things up here for me. Here is a look once again at the finishing results with the points scored, the updated point standings, and the updated championship eliminator heading in to our regular season finale at Auto Club. Congrats one last time to Cody on the 3rd win of the season. We will see you in Fontana. Peace. Cody, 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 Cody.